You see this? Dios de las Madres Dominicanos. So there's a regular Mother's Day and Dominican Mother's Day. And you know they're gonna be like reinas. I'm trying to learn Spanish. You know, usually there's a thing, but most times all you have to do is read the newspaper. You know, that's the thing, the visceral. Did you see what the fake news said about the Israel Australia border dispute? Man, war never changes. Wait a minute, they don't think. Oh, the Australian Empire has surrounded Israel. It's their turn. Australia decided to colonize planet Earth again. Gee willikers. It's like Germany, Australia, it's all the same. With their drop bears and their emus. And you just wake up, it's like, I guess everybody gets a turn to attack Israel. Philippines has never attacked Israel. It's like a trillion years from now. It'll be like the trillionth state of America. We just keep fracturing, you know? We come from a fractionated thing and then we united because we have over 7,000 islands. And each island has a north, south, east, west, up, down, multiple underground tunnels, the volcano, the molten core. Yeah, good luck from one island. We're used to waiting. That's the primary export of the Philippines. Patience and waiting. Is it our turn? No. Okay. We'll just hustle while we wait. Me, I'm sticking to brands, you know? But then I'm aggressive, you know? Just like my mom died from a very aggressive form of cancer, endometrial cancer, and simultaneously breast cancer. At that point, my mom's status as a living martyr is like cemented. For those who know, my mom is a saint. Saint Milagros Beltran Dado Mendez. It's like SOS, you know? Or SUS. If you don't know what a suzerain is, it's like a sovereign, but like an overseer of a sovereign. So a suzerain has been there before. It's like, you're going to make that mistake, right? Okay, well, I told you. Good morning, chatter. Let's see if what YouTube, the algorithm, has dragged into my class today. Hablamos español todo el día. Viva Dominicana. I want to hear comments about my chinky eyes. And are you Korean? Are you Bobby Lee? You know? 안녕하십니까? 자지통 동먹어. Ho, I speak English. Offensive to some of the Koreans. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? We don't all speak Korean. You know? Hey, buddy, I want a cheeseburger in and out. Yeah, don't just, I'll sue your ass, stupid. Why don't you come try and take it from me? Hello, Rabia Yusuf. So you look like a Muslim chick. Did you know that it's Dominican Mother's Day? Do you have neighbors? It's like, kids, they're all the same. Or if you're a Fed, hi, morning Fed, how are you? Like, how's my funding, for avian supremacy? Hey, kids, good thing all gone. that one, wow. That is a very involved thing by Squow C. I'm gonna screenshot this one. Nothing like that's a cutie statement, Like if you have a daughter, it's like, I'm sorry and thanks for all the food, but you look like your mom still makes you wear one of those leash backpacks to keep you from biting strangers. But you still you still make free and whip pigeons with a garden hose. It's like he knows my mom. When even if you're an adult, there's something called an invisible umbilical cord. She could be just like, working and then, he's done something again. See, these children, man, like they're so smart and intelligent. I'm wondering why all these kids aren't in mass graves. They was like, you know what? We can get more power if we're hidden in a mass grave. We don't have any adults bothering us, and we can just communicate mind to mind. That is amazing. That looks like it's. You can tell the AI didn't think of it, because even the AI is like, what the fuck? Okay, smoking is bad. I've noticed a lot of Muslims are like want you to either say a phrase or like want to get yell at you. But once in a while, you meet somebody like this one, like, and it just attacks your personal appearance, and it's absolutely correct. I do wear a leash backpack because I have a tendency to bite strangers, and every time I try to bite a stranger, I get beat up. So and then I break free and I whip pigeons with a garden hose. Correct. It's like it's like you know me, you know. If you're the Fed assigned to me, like you're a fan of the franchise. Like I hope, like of all the Feds, you get the funding. You want to endorse the one who thinks exactly like you. Even when, like you look like a Fed who waits all day trying to get funding from Trump and walks away with a nickel or something. Just in the spirit of the thing. Yeah? That is such a great. I couldn't unpack it. It's an entire story. It could be an episode of Will and Grace. Dun, 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 dun. Will, who's your friend? Oh, this is my friend Nate. His mom still makes him wear one of those leash backpacks to keep him from biting strangers. But he still breaks free and whips pigeons with a garden hose. Well, is he hungry? Bum, bum, bum. Or like mad about you. Excellent writing. I can't. I went to John Hopkins for English under Professor John Hanley, Shanley or Hanley or something. This is like top notch. Normally my maximum grade is 93 out of 100, but I'll just add 8,675,309 points for the effort. I haven't seen writing like this since like Dante Alighieri. No, it's okay. You have a job. You're fucking fired, Sean. Do well for me, okay? I need a guy in whatever job you're applying for. All the years ago, I studied under this man, Brian Sharoff. He was a New York assemblyman, really big guy. He's with the corporate world, but right before he died of cancer, he said, oh, so we got somebody in CNN. That's good. His organization does that. And then he started coughing. Well, looks like this will be my last broadcast. You know, so you're fucking fired. That's zero. And do well for me. Shut up. I thought you can't play. Can't just means I'm a last priority. Wow, shocker. Even my father thinks I'm a last priority. So, the thing is, once you nail that job, you'll be bored. It's like, don't burn all your bridges, but if you do, burn all your bridges so they light the way. All right? Once I expire from brain cancer or something, you will become me. Somebody will come in, boss, thanks for fixing all the shit in the job. I can't play with you right now. I'm too busy. Like, listen to the cats, like Cat Stevens or something. Jeff Bridges. I'm always a Jeff guy, and I'll explain my reasoning. Only to you, Sean. Okay? One, the name Jeff isn't what you think. He's a lord of order to defeat all these kings of chaos. And Jesus was like that. And anything that starts with J-E, Jeff, like Jeff Hardy or Jeff Clinton or Jeff Jones or whoever, Jeffrey Jones, just explain for faggots. If you see that anagram, initially I was like, just explain for friends, just explain for family, just explain for financials, just explain for fisting. But then I realized all I get are faggots. Now you see this stick, this represents Madam Secretary Hillary Rodham Clinton. And there's a lot of Rodhams. And she's been very loyal. You can just I can start whipping pigeons with this, you know? She's a little old and busted, but still, she has the elements of stick. All right, so there's the carrot first and then the stick. So when you nail this job or you don't, you have to punish them. If you're tired, do it all tired for me. If you have a headache, do it all with a very bad headache. Me, I use the word cutie very sparingly. Okay, and you could have asked, "Do you pastor?" Preferences don't matter. Do you prefer to be fired or unemployed? I never worked for you. That's correct. One of my feds, and probably the greatest fucking fed of all time, is like this. Said this. I put all the barriers and say, go ahead, make fun of my eyes and my Korean nature or whatever. And then he came up with this beautiful thing. You look like your mom still makes you wear one of those leash backpacks to keep you from biting strangers, but you still break free and whip pigeons with a garden hose. Yeah, it's true. If you have a pencil or a stick of butter, use that. You'd be surprised at how well you can threaten somebody with a stick of butter. You went to a job interview with a stick of butter? Man, you're playing ahead. You know, anything. In hockey, it's like stick handle. I played floor hockey and lacrosse. So the way you brandish a stick is the way you brandish a gun or a job. Okay? Today I'm Nimrod of the Bible. I didn't want to be, but you know. Which means like all my traps are going off. Yes, like, are you threatening me with a good time? Sure. But then they make you list all the elements of a good time. Are you threatening me, people with a genocide? You still have to list all the elements of a genocide. You have to say, if you don't do this, I will genocide the little one first, and you last. You're going to watch all of your family die, blah, blah, blah. Gets boring. Okay? So beware of how you cast spells. You know, some lady online was like, probably Illuminati, is like, you know, I'll give you a sensible statement and then translate that to evil. It's like, it's normal for all of us to earn a living during the weekday, right? Try to find something wrong with that. You're applying for a job, you're tired, you're sick and tired of watching all these other people enjoy life, $300 lunches, blah, blah, blah. And so you think you're going to work harder. Don't work harder, work smarter. So it's sensible, okay? What is sensible? It's a word of Satan. It's sensible if Satan talks to you to listen to him, give him space in your head. It's not sensible. Even if it sounds sensible, you say not. You reserve the right as a human to add not. I threaten people not with a good time, but with a good face. Something like that. So when they ask you the interview questions, it's just like, how do you become useful in this organization? Well, I think it's sensible for all of us to earn a living by working during the weekdays. Sounds normal, right? You can't really find a hole in that. But the word earn is where you store all the ashes of a cremated person, for example. And a living is like a live in government. You want to have Liv Tyler as your boss? Sounds good, right? Then she whips out her cock, starts pegging you. And then during the weekday is like, you know, your weekend. That's why most people die between 2 to 9 p.m., 9 a.m. on a Monday. You finish all your week work on until the Lord's Day, and the Lord takes you. I'm gonna miss you, Sean. You're gonna grind and grind for this job until you die. So at least I've had so many friends die and family members. I got to say goodbye near the end to all of them. Yeah. And you know, like with Mavis, being in the Commonwealth, they mind controlled, brainwash you into thinking the letter U is such an important thing. You're not British or Commonwealth if you spell it the other way. And then I look at the word sorry. I said this to Mavis. You have to be consistent in a little bit. If you say favorite and color and all that, how come when you say sorry, you're a faggot, you don't say soury? Yeah? Decorum. Just like the Q and U, they have to be paired together. If you believe that O and U are inseparable, then do it. But you can separate. Do me a favor. Where's the U in that? He cried? That's my bit. Why the fuck would he cry? I do all the crying around here. He's like muscling in on my turf. Here's the thing. There's a false crying, dude. Just like a false time constraint. Oh, I'm sorry, guys, I only have a minute. But who lies more, men or women? And then you wait for all of them. Ouch. Somebody taught you well how to hit people in the fucking jugular, man. You're very Catholic, you. I thought you were a Protestant or something. That's something like a Catholic would say. You're like, where's your Bible? Let me see it. Boom. Slap you with it. You know what I mean? That's what Catholics do. It's like, okay, I'm going to read the Bible, the New International Version, or the new abridged Bible, revised edition, and then you can read along. Let me see that. And then you give them that person gives you their Bible, and you smack them with it. You took his premise and said, you're missing something. If you're Ash Ketchum or you're Pikachu, where's your Ash Ketchum? No, that won't work. You have to be like Harry Mays. Do you even know who Harry Mays is? You have no clue what his lore is. He used to shower with his dad and compare, like, Dad, your dick is as big as my head. And you trust me, I could bite it off. Yeah, you don't know nothing about his history. Don't mock somebody unless you know all their trauma points. He's with his mom. His mom apologizes out of pity that she's not good enough for his father. Like, you actually hurt him more by your thing. You don't know shit, Sean. You have no business analyzing anybody. But just like Grimlock, and I'm Optimus Prime, I send the Dinobots first. Oh shit, they totally brutalized Megatron. I'm sorry about that. What's the damage, Decepticon? You send your Insecticons after me, and I kick their ass. But when it's my turn to send the Dinobots, you cry about it. So I want to make you feel bad. You got to know people's dads and moms before you insult them. Because, they're only half their mom, half their dad. He's going to be more upset, Mark is, that you tried to apologize and give him pity. He wants his dad back. His father's raising another family, and it's like, why aren't we good enough? And then he starts crying about it. It's like, right. No. Son. It's like what the co-god is. It's like, who am I to all of you? I am my father's son. If you've seen me, you've seen my father. I'm just half of what he is. In my case, I'm a trillionth of what my father is. In Mark May's case, it's somewhere in between. Just like I don't know your father or your mother, all I have to do is like mentally, Mom, can you talk to Sean's mom? And then, sort it all out for me? Hi, Mavis. See, we were just talking about you. Like I've punished you so much, you actually know. I'm just going to do some shop talk. You know what Sean did? It's like, let's say we were talking about you, right? You're just sharing the thing. Me and my boyfriend helped me lose all this belly fat. I lost 20 pounds. Oh yeah? Where's your ice cream? That's the kind of insensitivity Sean brings to the table. Or did your boyfriend inject Ozempic while you sleep with your fat ass? Maybe in the forehead. I mean, I hold back these comments because I know they hurt you. Or maybe they don't. That's why we keep Sean around. Mealy just does the thing, and then you just like, okay, the Mealy guy just chopped them all up. I think I'll resurrect the one I like first. And you hit him with the resurrection gun. Come here. I'm sorry about what Sean did. Was he a little rough on all of you? He just barges in there like a bull, gores everybody, and is like, we had undercover agents there. He was doing so well, too. So if you do this at your job interview, and then it's like you start goring the one who recommended you, just to make yourself look better, you're not going to get the job. Anyway, not bad, Sean. 93 out of 100 moron. I'm becoming more and more meritorious in comparison to you. I recommend you watch The Losers. There's a guy named Max, and he hires some sort of Canadian Serbian, and then they're threatening an Indian guy, and he throws the scientist off, and his like Max is like, Sean, this means just rough them up and do not throw them over the roof. We went over this. Yeah, he's a very testy case. He attacks people because he misses his dad. Have you ever lost something, and then somebody has it? It's like, hey, got your nose. Give it my nose back, mom. Yeah. So if you're good at that, hit him again. Apologize and take pity on him. Be his mom. I prefer you're his dad, but whatever. If you and his mom had a thing, he kind of gave away the entire plot. You know. So to distract, let's talk about Mavis's humongous forehead. You know, like Mavis, will you forehead? This is like I regret coming into this stream. She slams the door. We get to watch her twinkling ass. It's like a receptionist. I have all these messages. Okay, forehead. Have a great day. Asshole. Slam the door. When you're a boss, you're just there to sleep. I know you, Sean. If you attack like this in the bust, you're gonna do well in your job. Then you're gonna get shot in the head by Luigi Mangione. You know what I mean? So either be shot or be Luigi. See, she claps back. Just like this random kid. It's like, you look like your mom gives you a leash backpack. Here's the test of your character, Sean. Once you know how to make Mark Mays cry and just shut down, are you going to do it again? Like, LoJack has that same problem. Like, I backed him for Indiana, and he started gloating. And it's like, okay, you trust Sky Guy. Let him do Pacers in 4. It's already ruined because the Knicks won. You know? Would have to be Pacers in 5. Just the thing, you make one misstep and it's like, unban me. And here you are shilling for him. You know? Like, if it was me, it's like, I'm Pikachu. Then I would say, where's your Pikachu? You wouldn't hit the org chart. It's just the alternate timeline reality self of Pikachu. So it's like, I read this book, Ender's Game, and there's a bully, and he would square up, he's a cripple in Amsterdam, on the bully, and he would hit the bully next to the guy, knock them the fuck out, and then look meaningfully at the bully. That could have been you. So if Harry Mays was watching that interchange, it's like, who's this Australian motherfucker hurting my son? And he'll be coming after you. You don't know what Harry looks like. I don't. But if he ever came after me, hey Harry, how you doing? I hit the other target, not your son. You know what I mean? So I'll extend my protection if Harry Mays, with your other family. Sometimes in the bus it gets rough. Your son likes to rough and tumble. But he shouldn't cry if he gets hit in the dick. Wear a cup, dude. Life's rough. Wear a helmet. You didn't prepare Mark for all of these strangers. And so initially, maybe he hit him too hard, but you didn't give him enough armor. So the fault is shared. Okay? Just like if you talk to my dad, it's like, let's go through this, Sean. It's like a job interview. You're tired, you have a headache. I'm Pikachu. Pika, Pika. Pika, 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 Pika. And hit me with where's Ash Ketchum? Where's your Ash Ketchum? Only Ash Ketchum would ask that question. It's like, Bulbasaur, you are not Pikachu. You see that guy? That's my Ash Ketchum. That's Kuya. Right. See, when you're doing therapy, get rid of the depression first. Then all their inner mania start beating each other up, and the depression will be on your side. And then the winning mania gets to talk to the depression. The depression doesn't want to talk to an inferior mania. right? And that's your dodging accountability. Now you're Mark Mays, okay? When you claim you're nothing, nothing is like Pikachu. He shares the letter I, okay? You caused Pikachu. This is all his Ash Ketchums, most likely caused from a dirty, filthy kitchen. It sounds sensible, right? What I tell you about Satan is sensible analysis. He would go to all of God's angels. It's kind of, he's the big guy, but we have to challenge his moral authority somehow. Otherwise, we're not doing our job. It's sensible, don't you think? We're all angels here, beings of fire. Somebody has to test his coldness. And so Satan and Lucifer convinced a third of the angels to try and bring the cold side out of God. And boy, he flung a third down into heaven, down into hell, actually, or earth. So if you want to be that type, do it eyes wide open. Make Judas Iscariot your patron saint. Want to see Judas? Ah, yeah, Judas. I feed him. Betrayal, treachery, and doubt. The apostle. Num 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 num. Same cupcake. You know, he's my food tester. As you can see, like, Dante's Inferno, once he got tired of being eaten by Satan, he gets to eat. He's also a good dentist, you know? When you're being chewed, toes up, near Satan, you get to examine him for all his cavities. It's like, we could cap that. It was an odd discovery, revelation for me, that Judas Iscariot, while being tortured, became a dentist. But that shows the teachings of our Lord Jesus Christ. Even when you're losing, you're winning. He's like pretty much on the same level as Circle of Traders, just like LoJack. If LoJack ever met, like, the apostle Judas Iscariot, I think even Judas would slap the shit out of him. The all-new trader always finds a way. We warned you not to betray certain people, and you still did it. Slap. Bo Bridges. So since I prefer Jeff, just explain for faggots, what does Bo mean? And for you, I just do it because you're too slow to thinking. Your hesitation is your nemesis. Better expect another Undertaker. That's what Bo means. If you watch Phil Hartman doing Ronald Reagan, it's like a egghead like you or accountant like, sir, did you know there's 1.45? I know. I'm doing the political aspect. I am a calculator, but I'm a social calculator too. Okay? So if you can't say like your meaning, I'm reading this. This is the required reading. Did you know today is Dominican Mother's Day? I didn't. I'm trying to catch up on all my Spanish. Around here, I started reading this out loud in Spanish. They started speaking English. Hey, I got some shit in my thing with the PS5. 5 minutes earlier, they're speaking completely in Spanish. That's how you know. It's like you could speak Spanish English all along. Once you show us like one of them, then there's a different thing. Okay, let me get in character. Phil Hartman doing Ronald Reagan doing Moloch Al Pacino. Ah! Okay. So, the Russians, they've launched all their nuclear missiles. Ah! And I think, well, I can lean back and talk to my good friend Gorby, or nah. That's pretty much it. My kuya says I nailed it. He lies a lot. Yeah. It's odd when you and my older brother agree. So he'll back you. All right, he's a kingmaker. Whatever, even if you get denied from the job, collect all the no denied letters. You see this? I've been doing the work. Okay, I did it tired. I have a headache, and then along comes you, who has the balls, how dare you, to say no denied to me. Get your pride in there, Of course, you don't know. You didn't see no Phil Hartman. You're a woman. You don't know what it's like to generate 9 gallons of sperm every day. So why is your opinion important? Just like I watched in Storm Shadow or Snake Eyes, this lady is our security officer. We have to listen to her, but you don't have to obey her. It's good that you didn't see. You're a bad ninja. A true ninja immediately would be like, Phil's in there somewhere. You want Phil to talk to you? This is Nate. I know for a fact I don't have a womb. I cannot generate eggs, and I cannot give birth. I know my fucking place. I don't know what it's like to bleed every fucking month. I shut the fuck up about it. But you in saying that I didn't see no Phil Hartman. You know why men do comedy? Because we have no place in a matriarchy. That shit's hilarious. What's your D? You have double D's? I think you're delusional. Maybe your delusion is hard. I've seen you with your bikini. You don't have double D's. You ain't. They're not hard. Breasts are supposed to be soft, like the scent of a Moloch. Ah, you can't even do. If you write the simple words, as a man with a D, write HAA. I know how to write it. Sean knows how to write it. You don't have to write it because you're a fucking woman. Yesterday, Summer dared challenge me in front of all the Muslims. It's like, I don't want to be a pain, but it's actually she, he. You keep calling me he. Fine, you're a dumb bitch. I'm going to bypass this she, he shit, she, her sister, and call you a dumb bitch. You can't write that in my chat. And then what she did, she's right, I'm the dumbest bitch, and not because of you. I'm proven right. You can't even post pics of a penis, your penis, jerking off. You're going to get your 14-year channel removed. So stop making spurious claims. It's like Sean saying, I was an archangel in heaven, and I'm just moonlighting here on earth. You gotta hire me. Prove it, motherfucker. Okay? Either you have one, in which case we'd like to see you at least wear pants or stretch pants like Big Mike, and we can see the outline of that motherfucker. If not, you're a lying sack of shit, Mavis. And just like LoJack, I should ban you. I should. But since I'm a lazy asshole, and yesterday, I want to show you guys, I don't know if I can put movies, but basically the Blessed Mother did the same speech at me. I was kneeling in front of her shrine when suddenly I noticed these red killer ants that cannibalize humans. And I was like, holy shit, I shouldn't be kneeling. What if it gets in my underwear? Good night. I'm not Satan, I'm Nate. Nate, Satan shares the letter T, N-A. See you in another life when we are both fucking fired, Sean. Yeah, the H is silent. Nathaniel, it's all the same. Gift of God, grift of God. The R is silent. Okay, so I gotta do some grocery shopping and Germany shopping, with Kanye. Have you heard the Kanye song, Mavis? Okay. I know how this goes. You crave a boon. Sean never leaves. He waits, okay? He'll probably fall asleep to this. What the fuck do you want, Mavis? Are you miscarrying all the time or something? That's not my fault. It's just my responsibility. Appease Hillary Rodham Clinton. Okay? I've talked to ma'am. Her last thing, before she got executed to me, was, the camera is that way, idiot. Can you write that for me, Mavis? I have ability to kind of project my empathy. Something's bothering you. We've done this back and forth many times. And you're just tiptoeing. Your hesitation tells me all. Okay? You want to have a kid? Is it okay to have a kid? If you can raise it. It might eat you from the inside your womb, like a fucking shark. Don't come crying to me. The mother died during childbirth. We shall raise the child. Fucking idiot. Don't come crying at me. Dude, if I had this, All you gotta do, Mavis, is write. What the hell do we gotta say? I forgot now. The amnesia is fighting your hem, and I'm like too hard on you. Fuck that. I'm not gonna watch you die. It could be that your sperm and yeah, or his sperm and your womb are incompatible, and the organ will be rejected. Sometimes, like St. Paul. Yeah, good. You guys are married. You're into the system. Marriage contract is a contract to produce babies for cannibals. You're gonna have the state take it away. Better not to bear children and not have the pain of regret. That's the pain of discipline. The bad side is you'll be forever alive. You get to see, like read Psalm 91. I remember you're a Christian. You will see how all the wicked are punished. 144,000 watching trillions die. You got to decide if it's worth it. It's not so bad being alone. As long as you wake up, it's like I feel less lonely, God. He'll make it up to you. No, it's not. You know me, the only way I become a father is all these death row inmates. You can help me, right, man? You look like a nice Filipino. I'll try. Watch me try. You look at what's going on with Diddy. He's undergoing this humiliation ritual where he's just drinking pee. I'm like, what the fuck's wrong with this guy? You want to be like the father of Sean John, Puffy Combs, or a mother? How do I explain this at the next PTA meeting? He made all this money as a mogul, and then now he's like being mocked by AI. Okay? So we're alone, but you're never lonely. Remember, you told me that. You are never alone. Who said that to me? Sean? Good. You awaken as because you rather feel like a strong, powerful, independent woman. Do you have a pencil nearby, Mavis? Please tell me yes. Good. Believe that. Kanye is defending Diddy. Can you do the same? You haven't answered my question. I'm going to time you out. I'm going to actually demod you and then ban you. I asked you a simple question, you fucking deaf cunt. You horse-faced negress. Fucking, do you have a pencil? Do you have one? Just like Mark Mays said, I'm Pikachu. And then Sean asked, where is your Ash Ketchum? I'm asking a simple question. You have a problem. Where is your pencil? You can feel like anything you want, but if you can't put pencil to paper, it's useless. So I know you're slow. I'll give you all the time you need before I fucking demod you. Tell me you're in a nice place with plants and you have no pencil next to you? What if you have an idea of how to be a strong, powerful black woman, but you don't have a pencil? You're not that strong, powerful, or even womanly. A woman wants. So you said to the universe, you want your D hard? You'll be a dumb man. Okay? Just like Diddy. If his lawyer asked him, you got a whole bunch of baby oil? Okay, you have one. Pick one. You have all the pencils. Colored pencils, I do not give a shit. Do you have in your hands a pencil? I think I'm just going to demod you because you take too long, Mavis. Even if you don't lie. Yes, what now? This is just so... Okay, I almost demodded you. Sure, break that fucking pencil in half because that is me. Have you done so? I will give you 2 seconds before I demod you. Lag or a bad internet connection. I'll give you 5. 5, 4, 3... Okay, did you break it? Lie your balls off. Do you feel better? Say yes. Don't say no. Okay? The pain of losing Mod again, you've done it and it seems like you have this masochism inside you. You're allowing your hesitation to rule over your life. And if I was really literally Satan, excellent. You're drifting. The hypnotic rhythm of my voice will make you drift, and you'll feel more and more alone every day. Okay? Your pitiful breaking of a pencil does not change your destiny to be forever alone. You get the chance to feel how you want to feel. Now say something that shows me that you've defeated all hesitation. I don't care what it is. Okay, since you're hesitating, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Okay, good. Doesn't matter what you say. You know, watch Anchorman. Even the retard said something. It didn't make sense, but it shows unity. You like cucumbers? Me too. Therefore, I will not demud you. I will just simply end the stream. Whatever was bothering you, just say that. I like cucumbers. And nobody, even me, can take that away from you. Is this understood? Say fucking yes, you lying sack of shit. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Good. Okay, bye.